Hey guys, this is René. Welcome back for another video on this channel, and today I want to introduce you to a new strategy that I just programmed, that I just created, and it is working in gold, or actually you can use it in any symbol, but I designed it for gold. And let's start off by I will show you a backtest in the beginning so you can see it here already at the lower end of the screen. Right now it is simulating the historical performance starting from 2015 to the current point in time, which is around the beginning of 2024, or I think the data that I have in this MetaTrader terminal is to the end of 2023. And before someone starts screaming here, I want to come straight directly in the beginning. Yes, this is of course a optimized set of inputs, but I will show you in this video exactly like what kind of optimization I did and how the results look. And also I will show you exactly how the strategy works, what my thoughts were when I created the strategy. So you will know by the end of this video if you want to use this, if you could use this for your own trading or not. Also, I will record a complete programming tutorial and I will publish it either before or after this video. So definitely subscribe to do not miss this. So now let's wait until this test is finished real quick. So guys, that is it. Test is finished and you can see the performance is just looking nice. Again, it is optimized, of course. So let's have a look at what this strategy actually does. Also, I can show you like the backtesting results. You can see even though it is optimized, it is done like this test was performed on high quality tick data coming from the tick data suite. So it's 100%. Profit factor is great. There are not too many trades with the settings that I use here. So you can see in a tested period of like 8 years, we only saw 180 trades. So that's only like 20 trades per year, which is not a lot, of course. But yeah, I mean, the profit factor is nice. You could use this in multiple symbols if you find good settings. With that said, you can pause the video to check out the other key figures here, but let's have a look at the settings and let's switch to the visual mode. And I will also test, like for example, only the last year, so the test will load faster. Let me also switch to the 1 hour time frame and let's have a look at the inputs before we start testing. So we have several inputs here and you can see we have different settings. For example, for the time frame we have a setting where we can choose what time frame we want to use. I want to go with a 1 hour chart. We can use a fixed lot size or a risk in percent. I will go with a risk in percent of 0.5. Then we have TP points, SL points, which I do not use. So maybe if I do the programming tutorial for this expert advisor later, you will not even find these options, because here I am working with TPs and SLs based on the ATR indicator. But let's talk about the indicator settings more. We do have a moving average filter, which is used here on the 4 hour time frame. So we can see that this moving average filter is used on a 4 hour time frame. It's a 50 period moving average. So we are using a higher time frame moving average to filter the direction, and we place buy orders if the price is above the moving average. We place sell orders if the price is below the moving average. The moving average method is simple and we apply the moving average to the close price. And then we have the ATR time frame. The ATR time frame is the daily time frame. So what my idea here was to choose the average daily range of movement of the specific symbol, in this case gold, and this will be used for the entry, for the TP and the stop loss. The great benefit of this is of course that if we are in a period of low volatility, we will have low distances or small distances. If we are in a high volatility environment, we will use bigger differences or like price movements or price gaps for the entry, the TP and the SL. So by seeing this entry factor, you can already expect that we are using limit or stop orders. In this case, we are working with limit orders. So this is not the classical breakout strategy. Instead, this is a come back and then attack again strategy, if you want to say so. And after the entry, we'll use the TP and SL also based on the ATR. And these inputs here are not important for the strategy itself. So enough of the talking. Let's have a look at the actual strategy in the visual mode, and I will explain everything again so you know exactly what to watch out for if you want to use this strategy or if you want to write the code for the strategy. So you can see immediately we have 3 different time frames here. We have the 4-hour time frame, which means that in this case we will only see buy order since the current price is above the moving average. We will have the daily time frame, which we need for the ATR. So here you can see the ATR is 22 here. So the entry, for example, will be 22 multiplied with the chosen ATR entry factor 0.6, which should be around 14. So we will be about 14 14 points, US dollar, whatever, below the current price with our buy limit. So you can see with the next order, we place this buy limit order with the next bar, and it's around 14 US dollar below the current price. So you see, we are placing this buy limit order. It's a buy order because we do have this buy signal from the moving average. We place it a specific amount below the current price, and then we also have TP and stop loss based on this same ATR factor. And that's why you can use this strategy pretty much in every environment, if it's a volatile environment or a really calm environment, because all of these distances are based on the ATR indicator. So also, what's going on here, since we have the main time frame as the 1-hour time frame, with every hour we will see a new order. So you can see the time frame here is 14 o'clock, now it's 15 o'clock for the buy limit order. So with every single bar, this order is updated and it will be placed again below the current price, and then the ATR is multiplied with this factor, and that's for the entry. And now you can see if then after a new bar was created and the buy limit order was created, and then if in the same bar the price drops down dramatically, which we can see especially often in the gold market, because you really have these strong moves from time to time, then we have this entry triggered, and from this point on we expect a reverse into the trend direction here, because we are still above the moving average, and then we have a relatively close stop loss and a relatively big TP. So let me fast forward here a bit, and you can see in this case it will hit the TP, and of course this will not happen in every case. So we directly found a new order entry signal here, and then we see another TP, but you can see here we also saw a stop loss. So it's of course not always winning, and if then the trend direction changes, like we saw here, like the price dropped below the moving average, from this point on we will work with the sell limit orders instead of the buy limit orders. So you can see, like, in the end we could say this is a trend following system, because we use the higher time frame moving average, and also it is a retracement entry system. This will give us the benefit that we will often see relatively good entries. Like, for example, just look at this. The price came back, we had a beautiful entry, and then the price reversed again into the trend direction. And let's have a look at the first entry, which was even better. This was nearly a perfect entry, and we will see this often with this kind of strategy, of course. But on the other hand, of course, what we also saw is we do not see a lot of trades, because the price has to come back quite a bit in one single bar before we even see a entry. Here, the overall trend direction changed again, got another winning trade, got another winning trade. And that's pretty much what the strategy does. So you can see there are multiple days without trades, and this is completely normal depending on your settings. Talking about settings, let's have a look at, I explained the strategy, we saw the backtest. So what do we have left? The optimization. So when I did the optimization, I went to the complete optimization in the tester and to the inputs. And you can see these were, I only did one optimization so far. These were the parameters that I chose to optimize. I choose the moving average periods starting from 50, going with the step up 50 up to 300. And then I just optimize the ATR entry factor, the ATR TP factor, and the ATR SL factor. Here you can always see start, step, and stop. And this resulted in a total test of 720. I didn't want to do more optimization combinations because it would just exponentially increase the amount of tests done, and I think this will give me a good overview already if this strategy could be profitable at all. And I think by looking at the results we can see this can definitely be profitable. Here we can also see the overall overview over the results, and we can see some of these results were really good. We see profit factors of 1.55, 1.54, 1.49, and we see a lot of positive results, but of course we also see a lot of negative results, and this always depends on a lot of the different factors. I won't go into the details here, but we can see that we can definitely create some really good results with this strategy, and I just started optimizing this strategy. So yeah, I think this could definitely have a potential, and a big plus that I see for this strategy is that we are not using like the typical breakout entry where we work with stop orders for the entry, but instead we have the limit orders for the entry. So this will decrease the risk of slippage dramatically, because we can be sure that these entries are kind of guaranteed, because as you know, limit orders can only give you the price that you request or a better price. So this is a big plus in my opinion. We can still see slippage on the stop loss, of course. Not going to say this won't happen, and it will happen, but still this could definitely be profitable. And yeah, again, there are so many more things you could optimize. There are so many more symbols that you could test with this kind of strategy. And this is something that you could do if you follow the programming tutorial that I will record next. So if you haven't watched it yet, definitely go and watch it, because it will teach you how to write this specific strategy, and you will learn how to write expert advisor for the MetaTrader 5, and also how to use limit orders and how to calculate the TP and SL and the entry based on the ATR. I think this is something that I never showed in another tutorial on this channel. So make sure to check it out if you haven't, and I hope that you will have fun optimizing, testing, and maybe also using this strategy. So have a great time doing this. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Bye bye.